Hi, all the signs of the zodiac. I'm Pam, the Lucky Mermaid, psychic, seer, and modern mystic, bringing you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for this mid-month psychic tarot update for March 2025. Please be sure to watch your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign to get a more clear and complete picture of what's to come for you in March, in the mid-month of March, and perhaps beyond, because timing will be different for all of you in these general readings. Remember, sometimes your rising sign and your moon sign will resonate more for you than your sun sign. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, sometimes your psychic predictions and messages are coming to you from there, so you may want to check that out. I just want to say here, if you're interested in any of the most recently recorded video series I've recorded for Vimeo, you can get my What's Lucky and New for You in 2025 Psychic Tarot and Oracle card readings for each sign of the zodiac. Also, I have 2 eclipse video series that you might be interested in, because in this month of March, we have 2 eclipses. We have a full moon lunar eclipse on March 14th in Virgo, and we have a new moon solar eclipse in Aries on March 29th. So you may want to check out those 2 video series, because you're going to be impacted and affected by those eclipses. There is no 2 ways about it. Also, my psychic crystal readings are available for this month of March, which are an expansion and a continuation of the psychic tarot readings that I do at the beginning of every month. So you may want to check those out. Also, stick around to the end of the video if you want to hear about the other video series I have recorded. And also, just so you know, all of those links that are linked to those special video series I record for my Vimeo on-demand videos are down below in the description box under this video. Those links are also on my website at theluckymermaid.com on the videos page. So all that being said, now onto your mid-month psychic tarot update for March 2025, and I'm starting with the sign of Aries. Aries, the first card you have that showed up in this mid-month is the Magician. This is a card that can symbolize manifesting. What you think about, you bring about. What's in the ethers and in the spiritual plane, you can manifest into physical reality, and you have all the tools in front of you with which to do so. In some ways, Aries, I feel like you're putting your foot down and you're getting things to happen. Like you're really taking charge, and anything that you feel is like taking too long, pokey, not happening, you're going to like be determined to make things happen this month. You could have some awareness of how some people may have belittled you or spoken negatively about you, and some of you, this could have happened online. So if, you know, it could be happening on social media, in one of the platforms. You may have picked up somebody throwing some shade your way. Some of you, Aries, are doing some kind of like entire regroup, and you could be gathering things together that you want to sell. Maybe you're going to have a yard sale or put some things up for auction, or this regroup and gathering things up because maybe you're going to sell a property and you want to start packing boxes and getting things ready for a potential move, or a move you know is going to happen. If you needed to get any grades, I feel like grades come in, meaning like passing or failing, A, B, C, D, F, those kind of grades. I feel like it could be grades of like an entrance exam to get into a school, SATs, some kind of, like if you were taking tests to like get certified for something. Your grades will come in March. Man, some people need to clear the decks because Aries are going to be spitting facts. Spitting facts, my guides say. So, like, if people don't like what you have to say, people better be prepared, because the facts you're going to be sharing, some people might not like those facts. Some people might, but some people might not. So the card you have to go along with it is the Four of Cups, and this is ruminating, going within, overanalyzing, pulling at straws, worryment, worrying about the past, having difficulty in making a decision. Some kind of blessing or opportunity could come to you out of the blue. The other sign that got Four of Cups is Sagittarius. I think I might have said the wrong thing. So how you're going to be, spitting out those facts, you may have some regrets or ruminate about it like, ooh, maybe I said the wrong thing. You could feel a little emotionally shut down because there could be some kind of a decision you have to make. And this decision may not be the easiest thing to figure out. Some of you it could have to do with a job, like, do I work from home remotely, or do I, get a job, or do I work from the office? If you have a position where they give you the option, that could be something you're pondering. Maybe you're thinking of asking your employer if you can work remotely some days. I mean, I don't know. This is one of the things that's being mentioned. Some of you, Aries, could have a tense situation that you're looking strongly at, and you're like trying to figure out how you can handle it. It could be in a love relationship. It could be a family situation. But, it's a general reading. It could be with your friends. It could be at work. Because I get the sensation like you're kind of waiting for some dust to clear. Like you may have to make some kind of comments dealing with certain situations, move forward on something, but it's like a tense or an upsetting situation. And, maybe these recent planetary configurations are kicking up a lot of dust and making things not real clear. So you may feel like, well, I don't want to make a big move or a big decision until you have a clearer vision of what's going to happen. But I do feel like you get some guiding light, like somebody shows you the way. It could be in a dream. Could be one of your spirit guides showing you in a dream. It could be something that just pops up totally unexpectedly, like from a friend or a relative or something you're listening to, a podcast or something. And the answer or the solution of how to handle that tense situation that you have to make some kind of move or decision on, it gets made clear to you. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Taurus. Hi, Taurus. The first card you have is the Ace of Rods, and the Ace of Rods is new beginnings. Could be a new home, new child, new relationship, receiving an inheritance. Could be a whole new beginning in your life in some way. Some of you Tauruses are going to get invited to attend some type of gathering, which could be fun. It could be like a wedding or a celebration of some sort, but it could be a gathering that is going to be informative. There could have been some things that you had some speculation about, but I feel like they're going to pay off It could have been anything you did with investing in stocks or bonds or cryptocurrency or land. So some investment could pay off for you, or some other area where you made some kind of risk, chance, or gamble could pay off for you now in this mid-month of March. If you had any health issues or concerns, and you had any tests done, medical tests of any kind, x-rays, MRIs, blood work, whatever testing you could have had done, I feel like you get a clean bill of health. Some of you may feel like you want to open a shop. This could be an online store, but it could be like a little grocery store or some other shop of some sort in your area or in a particular area that you have your heart set on. If you release something to the public in March, I feel like it will be successful, whether it's a book, an article, something you've created. Could be a piece of music, anything. And you release it to the public, or open a business, open a shop. I feel like it will be successful. And if you were trying to work on something to get published, I feel it gets published and released to the public in March. If you start any kind of new skincare routine or products, I feel they're really going to help your skin. They may improve your skin appearance and make you look younger or brighter or clear up any kind of skin issues you may have had. The card you have with it, Taurus, is Temperance, and this is having patience. This is a card of patience. It's also a card of alchemy, with God working through you in what you're doing, thinking, creating, and saying. Your frequencies and your vibration is changing. It's like my guides are saying, it's like you're vibrating to a new level here. It's changing. You may feel in some regards you'd like people to take you or your work or things you're saying more seriously. You either did or are putting a lot of time into some kind of work or project or plan. And it's like you've poured a lot of your energy into a particular project. You may be going through this period of time where you're like, I've got to make things new again. You could go on some kind of cleaning tear that you want to clean up your whole house or inside and out. It's like it could be your yard, it could be your garden, it could be your living space. You may be having to clean out basements, attics. You could even find that somebody connected to you, I feel it would be most likely to be a relative, but a friend could ask you to do this, where there's somebody's estate that needs to get cleaned out. Maybe somebody you know has passed away, or a friend's relative passed away, and they're like, you got to help, or can you help me clean this place out? And it could be the entire house, or garages, or attics, or sheds, and you may be able to keep some of this stuff. There may be some agreement that's made about that, possibly. If it's not in a will, you may be involved in doing that kind of cleaning out if it's not your place. If there was some kind of program that you applied to, that you needed to find out whether you got accepted or not, and you've been waiting, you could find out in March, or maybe going into April, that you did get in or you did get accepted. This could be to a training program or some other type of club, group, or organization you want to belong to. So I hope those messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Gemini. Hi, Gemini. The first card you have is the King of Pentacles. And this is an earth sign person, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, sun, moon, or rising sign person. This could be you if your sun, moon, or rising sign does happen to be an earth sign. There's closures here. There's endings here. This could be somebody you are ending a friendship, ending a love relationship, or it could be something in their life if is closing or ending for the King of Pentacles. I hear some of you have put up with this person's nonsense or BS for too long. So it could be, maybe it's a boss and like now you're going to quit, or they get fired, or they're retired, because there's an ending here. And I hear for some of you, you've like put up with their BS, their nonsense for too long. So there's some ending here. This could be somebody that looks at you like you don't appreciate them, or you underestimate them, or you take them for granted, especially. That energy comes from the King of Pentacles when they look at you. I hear the collective consciousness of Gemini saying you feel like they're tired, they're worn out, and they need to go. Like, so that could be in a love relationship. Maybe you feel like the relationship, it's too tired, it's too old, it's too worn out, they need to go. It could be a roommate situation. It could be a boss. Maybe you're like, they're too old. What are they here for so long? They need to retire. They need to get out of here. So you have to, it's a general reading, Gemini. What can I tell you? When the people cards come up, they're going to make sense perfectly to some people, and other people they're not. So you always should watch your sun, your moon, and your rising sign to get it figured out where I'm talking to you. I feel like they've made hasty decisions. They may have made risky decisions, hasty decisions. They may have borrowed money from you, or borrowed money from banks or loan sharks or something else. And you may look at this like it's problematic, it's caused trouble. They've made hasty decisions. This could be somebody like if you have a neighbor or somebody else that's trying to like hold your feet to the fire in a legal sense. Could be. Now, the card you have with it, you got another court card here, another people card. You got the King of Rods. And the King of Rods is a fire sign person, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Could be you if you have a sun, moon, or rising sign that is fire. The other sign that got King of Rods is Capricorn for this mid-month update. I feel like this King of Rods could be having some kind of serious problems. It could be health problems. It could be some other types of problems, legal problems, or it could be health problems, legal problems, or mental, like maybe even with their mind, like Alzheimer's or dementia, or just having some kind of confusion, maybe even due to medication. This is somebody that may have fought really hard to help you, or for their own rights in some way. You may look at them like they're silly, or they are confused, or they do things in a backwards manner. This could be somebody that's coming to you and asking you to help them understand things. Now, it already came up that the King of Pentacles could be somebody old or elderly. So this could be the same person. This King of Pentacles and King of Rods could be, this could be their sun sign and their rising sign, or one of their signs, these two. I feel that the King of Rods may have ingested something that they shouldn't have taken. And it could be medication, like they took too much, or they ate or drank something that was toxic or not good for them. So they could have some kind of health problem or health concern due to that. Some of you, a new romance could come in with the King of Rods person. So if you ended a love relationship, if you had one, because it's a general reading, if you had a love relationship with the King of Pentacles and that's ending, this King of Rods could be, this fire sign person could be a new love relationship coming in for you. But again, the court, out of all the cards that are the most difficult to read in a general reading, it is the people cards, the court cards. So I hope these messages were of help to you. You got to watch your sun sign, rising sign, and moon sign to sort this out. I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of, where am I now? Cancer. Hi, Cancer. So the first card you got is Ace of Pentacles. And this is receiving money, divine blessings of financial abundance coming to you. It could also be emotions. Sometimes Pentacles, believe it or not, can emphasize that. And the other sign that got it for this mid-month is your fellow water sign of Pisces. So Pisces and Cancer in this mid-month update both got Ace of Pentacles. You're going to start to see some good returns on your investments. Another sign got that too earlier. So this could be stocks, bonds, in property, or anything else you invested your money in, a business even. If you had any loans or money that was owed to you, it gets paid back to you. And I hear the word finally, so it could have been money you've been waiting for. You may have to really get yourself in order financially speaking. This could be because of income tax season. You could be working on healing old financial wounds by paying down debts in March. Some of you will get some money coming to you through an inheritance or through a gift of cash from a relative. If you do any kind of those scratch it lotto tickets, I feel you could win. Or anything where you can peel off, either scratch off or peel off something, you Cancers may find that you've won something. If you didn't win money, it could even be winning something that has monetary value to it, like a trip or a TV or, something. You may be also working hard to discover flaws in any of your finances or financial plans or financial planning. So wherever there's been mistakes or flaws, maybe even if you're working on your income tax or working on some kind of budget, you could be really finding like flaws in those areas. If you have created something, started a business or, maybe a YouTube channel or somewhere else where it can get monetized, you may start to see an increase in money coming through to you by something that you put out there into the world that you created. The card you have with it is the Two of Cups, and this is fate, destined, preordained, meant to be, could be a love relationship, could be twin flame energy, soulmate energy. But you can have soulmate energy with, you know, one of your friends, or, you know, if you have a child. It doesn't always mean it's love, but a lot of times it can. Some of you finally get something up and off the ground and running. It could be a business. It could be maybe you repaired an old motorcycle or a car or an old lawnmower or some kind of machinery. Could be some technology if you're good at that, where you've messed around and mucked around with it and worked on it, and you get it up and off the ground and running. But that could be a business. Could be a relationship. For some of you, you're joining your forces together in a project that could be a good money-making venture for you. Some of you are joining forces together through engagement or marriage. And this could also increase your financial standing because you're joining your finances together. I do feel that if you get proposed to, you will accept it. You may really feel like you want another person or the public to really know about you and understand you. So if you are doing any kind of, you know, podcasts of any kind, you may want to talk about yourself, your experiences. Or if you're writing a book or writing poetry or lyrics to a song, it may be very important for you to communicate this month what you're about, what your experiences have been in the past. Some of you could take a risk and a gamble on dating somebody new. Like someone new could pop up for you in March, and you're like, maybe you didn't think you trusted people, or you weren't sure whether you wanted to get involved in the dating scene, but it could pop up serendipitously, and, you know, lo and behold, you could start dating them. Don't forget, Cancer, everybody is being affected by these two eclipses in March, the one on March 14th and the one on March 29th. So that brings new beginnings. It can bring endings, but it also can bring in new beginnings and change and blessings. So a new love is not out of the question to pop up now in March. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Leo. Hi, Leo. The first card you have up for the mid-month of March is the Eight of Cups, which is turning away from what's not working for you anymore, emotionally speaking, and heading off on a new journey with a stick of power and control in your hand. And even though the journey's unknown, you're still willing to take it. If you've been scapegoated in any way by any company, person, boss, love relationship, friend, family member, you're going to be like, I'm done with this. I'm not going to be your whipping post, your scapegoat. Sorry, my hair is bugging me. You're going to exit that situation or not deal with it anymore. And you may really feel, Leo, like you've been burdened enough by people. This could be people you work with, could be people in your family, could be people you deal with in some club, group, or organization, or it could be the public. You may feel like you have just been too burdened by people and their rhetoric. You could even say, I'm closing shop, I'm going off and I'm trying something different. You could be leaving a career, or, you know, like some kind of line of work or a job. Now, for some of you, it could be a love relationship, but that's not what's screaming at me here. It feels more like people that you get tired of listening to, you're tired of them scapegoating you in any way, that you're tired of them bashing you or complaining about you or having any kind of contention with them. Like, so you're going to this is what you want to exit from. And it could be even something you've built up, like a career, a business, a love relationship, or friendships or clubs. But you're done with it. I keep hearing like you're fed up, you've had it. You want to make a new start somewhere else. Some of you, it could be your neighbors or in your neighborhood. Maybe you haven't liked what's been going on there. Because I feel like there's someplace new you want to try. And it could be to live, or it could be a place like if you own a store or a brick and mortar business, like you actually have, like not just online, but you have a tangible business, you may want to move it. Now, the card you have with it is the Fool, which is starting out on a new path and a new journey with high hopes and high aspirations. But you have to have your wits about you and not have on rose-colored glasses and be realistic, because you don't want to fall off the cliff. So it's a good card of a new journey, but you have to have your wits about you. So very interesting. You're journeying on the Eight of Cups. Now you're journeying with the Fool card. You're going to have this energy like, I feel like I can handle it. I feel like I can handle the challenges and the new tasks and things that are going to come up that are going to present themselves to you from making this shift or change or move. And I do feel like you have your feet firmly planted on the ground, many of you, because I do feel many of you Leos know exactly what you want to do. I feel in the past, we're all guilty of this. I'm not blaming Leos here. But in the past, you've been maybe had experiences of like spinning out of control, or letting your mind get the better of you, or letting your emotions capture you and get the better of you. I feel like that's not what's happening here. I feel like you know what you're doing. I feel like some of you are moving. You're going to get somebody to help you move. And I also get production levels up for you. So if you have to do any kind of production of any products, services, or anything, it's going to be better, increasing, more, happening more. If you have a business, you could find that you're going to be taking on new clients, new customers, new accounts. You could really, your life could take a turn where you go on a completely different path now. Again, it could be career, it could be a job, it could be a relationship. Or starting a business if you don't have one already. If you've been tied up in any kind of contracts or anything legally binding, like such as a contract, I feel like the contract's over, or you're getting out of the contract. So I hope those messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. And always watch your rising sign, sun sign, and moon sign, because sometimes your sun sign may just not speak to you this month. So check out your sun, your moon, your rising, and your cusp sign if you're born on the cusp. So now on to the sign of Virgo. Hi, Virgo. The first card I have for you is the Judgment card. And the Judgment card is a card that symbolizes, what do we think about a situation? How do we feel about it? What's the word? What's the proclamation? How are things going to go down, and how does everybody feel about it? It could be making some kind of announcement also. Some of you could have a clean sweep and your environment changes, and you may have to get out of some place that you're in or clean someplace up. If you have had any disasters from fire, flooding, anything, it could be like you have to clean this up now. Things could have gotten wrecked, or from wind, any natural thing that could have come along. This could also be your environment could be changing because you're going to move, or you're going to renovate it and change it in a different way through renovations. Now, these could be of your own desire, but for some of you, it could be because something happened to the space. Some of you, it could even be happening at work where the whole environment is changing. Like they're restructuring everything. They're moving things around, shelves, cubicles, offices, the building being totally reconfigured in a different way, whatever kind of building it is, reorganized, restructured. That could all be going on in a job situation. But for some of you, it's happening in your home. Anything that was cut off, or like plumbing, electricity, or anything else that could get cut off, gets repaired and fixed in March. If you needed any money or a loan for any of these renovations, repairs, or whatever, I feel like you're going to get it in March. You'll get the funds you need to do any of the things I already talked about here. So the card you have with it, now this is a little weird. You have the Eight of Swords, and the Eight of Swords is a card that can symbolize being trapped, bound, but it could be in an emotional prison, or you could be trapped in a situation or a circumstance that you can't really see how to get out of it, although you may be able to get out of it more easily than what you think. I feel like in some ways you may be tired of listening to the same old thing. And it may have actually kind of like mesmerized you, or hypnotized you, mesmerized you. And the Judgment card could be saying, like, waking you up to shake you out of that position. You could be listening to things on the internet, or to people at where you work, or in your family or friend groups, that could be making you feel stuck or stagnant. It could be gossip even, listening to gossip that makes you feel like kind of paralyzed, or like you don't know what to do. This would be a good month for Virgos to build up things that could build up your self-confidence. And you could have gone through a period of time where things weren't totally going your way, and you could have this sense of like being used to it. And you need to shake yourself out of that. There could be somebody that could give you a wake-up call, where they're trying to shake you up and get you out of like, hey, what are you listening to? Or who are you listening to? Or what are you paying attention to? Like, you're being lulled into, like, you're not really seeing the picture. You're not seeing things clearly. So there could be someone, or, whether it's somebody you know or somebody you don't know, that could say something that could give you a wake-up call and wake you up out of this Eight of Swords. Like, I don't usually feel like the Eight of Swords is being lulled into listening to something almost hypnotic, or, I don't know the words for it other than that. But in your card, for you, Virgo, this mid-month of March, I feel like that's something that has been going on, but you get some kind of like wake-up call, and it could have been like that lulled into like whatever, like, you've just been hearing it so long. It's like it's lulled you into like a false sense of security, or it's lulled you into feeling trapped. But something is going to like wake you up and try to jostle you out of it. And it could be the eclipses, you know. Like I've said in the other signs, we got the full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo on March 14th, 2025. That's your sign. And we've got the new moon solar eclipse in Aries on March 29th, 2025. So I feel like these eclipses are trying to like, you know, shake you out of something that you've been lulled into, like a false sense of security or a trapped situation. Something to think about, Virgo. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Libra. Also, I just want to add, I did work on a special video series that I haven't done for like 5 years, 4 or 5 years. The past, present, and future psychic tarot readings using the Osha Zen tarot deck, which are completely different and give very deep, insightful messages, more from a soul perspective. You may be interested in getting those videos. They are on my Vimeo on-demand videos, and that link is down below in the description box, in the Show More section, and also on my website at theluckymermaid.com on my videos page. I hope you'll decide to check them out. Hi Libra, you have the Three of Rods as your first card, which is success, waiting patiently for success to come in, or letting go of something so success can come to you. You've got a lot of bright ideas and ingenuity that's going to be cropping up very strongly for you in this mid-month of March, and it would be great for you to put them to good use. Like, start doing something with your good ideas, and they'll be successful for you. This is the card of success. Some of you Libras could take a new class, or yeah, it could be an online course, or it could be like a class going to, you know, a community college or a night school program or an online class that really could really open doors for you and be helpful to you and bring in a lot of success in a career that you're in, a job you're in, or maybe even start you on a new job or career path or endeavor that would be very successful for you in the future. So be a great time for Libras to take classes, courses, excellent time for that. If you go to any big gatherings or any clubs, groups, or organizations of any kind in March, you're going to be like really making your presence known. Like, nobody's going to miss you. Like, you're going to stand out. It could be like your appearance or what you wear or the things you're saying or doing, or a combination of things. Like, you'll make a big splash. People will notice you. People will see you. People will pay attention to you. I don't feel that it's in a negative way. This is in a positive way. This could be an absolutely awesome month for Libras to show off their talents and skills. If you have any businesses you own and you want to get more clients and customers, and it'd be a great month for you to promote your talents and skills, like showcase them in some way, something that could open up, like where you could, you know, display your talents and skills or whatever, and that could draw business to your business. Or if you're self-employed or you have certain talents and skills, it could help you. It could help you if you are trying to get a new job also. If you had any kind of hearing impairment, I feel it could get solved or fixed. You might get a cochlear implant or a hearing aid, or get your ears cleaned out if you have blockages in your ears of wax, like anything like that. I feel hearing impairment gets improved for those of you that have that struggle and you seek to fix it. But you're going to have to take action steps. I don't feel like it's just going to happen magically, although I do believe in the power of manifestation, and I do believe that you can change the course of your health. So maybe you could even change it on your own. And if you needed to do any digging into any kind of research, you're going to find gold. You're going to get the insights and information you need. So the card you have with it is the Hermit. That is a card of your spirit guides lighting the way, showing you the path to go. It's a strong spiritual card. This could be you. You could be the Hermit, where you're taking a step back, getting a lay of the land before you proceed forward, but you're still being guided by the Hermit, by your guides. You may be investigating new techniques, new methods, new tactics to employ in whatever it is you're doing. And in doing so, this could open up new doorways for you, new avenues for you to pursue. You could also be successful with the area of like anything that, like if you taught students or your kids, if you had kids, they could come back to you now in March and tell you that you were right about certain things you taught them or guidance, or they could come back to you and give you valuable insights and information that could be helpful to you now. You could feel like you want to see more of the world. This could be a month where you may feel like you want to do more travel. Or if you're interested in learning about other countries, other cultures, and you decide you want to embark on courses of study or research about that, other parts of the world, it could even have to do with world affairs, world politics, world affairs, you could really embark on that. So learning about the world, learning about world affairs, different cultures, anything in those areas could be prominent for you in this mid-month of March, or maybe even moving forward into the subsequent months that follow. You could do things in a new way that really surprise people. You may surprise people this month, Libra, where you are like, you know, whatever your normal pattern of behavior or the way you normally handle yourself or dress or work or what you do, how you do different techniques, and you could surprise people. You may do things in a whole new, different way, look different, wear different clothes, different hairstyle. You may, if you normally had certain schedules and routines or certain diets or exercise programs you did, you could like surprise people by turning it all around and doing things in a whole different way this month. So I hope this reading was of help to you. And I hope it made sense. Now on to the sign of Scorpio. Hi, Scorpio. The first card you have is the Queen of Rods. And this is a fire sign person, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. It could be you if your sun, moon, or rising sign is a fire sign. Right off the bat, I hear that this is somebody, it could be you if this is one of your signs, that feels like they need to take control. They want to or need to they feel they need to take control of a situation. They could be, or you, if it's you, could be very firm that they want to stop something from happening. It could be like, don't want somebody to get into their computer. get into their personal documents, find out about personal business, anything. Like it could be through court reasons, for court reasons, legal reasons. It could have to do with like a significant other or family, whoever would want to get into your text messages, your personal business, your computer. So in some regards, I feel it is you. That you're like, I don't want you getting in my business, knowing my stuff. But for some of you, this could be somebody you're dealing with, or that is somebody close to you that doesn't want this to happen. And somehow you could be involved in this situation. This could also be somebody that you're like, oh, they're up to their old tricks again. This could be like a boss or a coworker, could be a family member, could be a love partner, could be a friend, but really I feel the strongest like it feels to me more like a coworker or a boss, but it could be somebody else and you're looking at them like, oh, they're up to their old tricks again. They're pulling that story out, or they're doing that same situation that they always excuse they always use, or that kind of energy is around this. This could be somebody that could say to you, or they could think it, you need me more than I need you. It could be one of your parents. It could be one of your kids. It could be an employee or a coworker or a boss. That's how I feel at the strongest, in that order. This could be somebody that feels like they're tired of you controlling them or bossing them around. The card you have with it is the King of Swords. 2 people cards here. What was the other sign that had 2 people? Gemini had 2 people cards, 2 court cards. You have 2 court cards too. So the King of Swords is an air sign person. Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, sun, moon, or rising sign person. It could be you if you have a sun, moon, or rising sign that is air. It could also be the Queen of Rods and the King of Swords could be the same person, because this could be one of these cards could represent their sun sign. The other card could represent their rising sign. I feel like they're either looking at you or the Queen of Rods as like you're jeopardizing something. They may be looking at you like that. I can't tell whether some of you, I do feel you're the Queen of Rods. But I get the King of Swords looking at the Queen of Rods like you're jeopardizing something. This could be a love person that comes in and wants to take you out and wants to spend time with you and do stuff with you. But I do get that. So it doesn't mean that the King of Swords is a negative person per se. But I feel like a strong authority figure here, and they're going to not want something to happen. They're not going to want to allow something. They're not going to want you to do something, or they could feel that way about the Queen of Rods. I also feel like the King of Swords is changing the game. They could be changing the rules. They could be changing so it could be a boss saying, I'm changing the game. This isn't how we're going to do this work anymore. Could be a love partner. I'm changing the game. This isn't how this relationship is going to go anymore. So there could be big control issues. There could be big control issues and clashes of power and will between the King of Swords and the Queen of Rods. The King of Swords may feel like the Queen of Rods duped them somehow. You could be the Queen of Rods. You could be the King of Swords, but I feel more likely, if one of these cards is you, I feel you're more likely to be the Queen of Rods. You may look at the King of Swords like they're after justice and judgment. They may look at you like you're fighting the system, or you're bucking the system, or you don't want to go along with something the way it's been going. So you have to think on this. This is a thinker. If you know your rising sign and your moon sign, and if Scorpio is your sun sign, I highly recommend you watch all of your signs to decipher this, because when the court cards come up, it makes it the most confusing to read, and to not really to read so much, but probably to understand it and to figure out who they are in your life. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Sagittarius. Hi, Sagittarius. The first card you have is the Nine of Rods, which is being prepared and ready for battle. It can also mean getting your ducks in a row and getting organized. You could be suspicious of someone or something. You may feel like it's necessary for you to put up or keep up a good front. You may feel like, I don't want you to see me sweat. It could be bosses. It could be your family. It could be in some other, maybe a legal situation. But I get like putting up a good front, not wanting people to see you like sweating it under the collar. You could feel like somebody has the wrong person. So if you have any accusations or anything coming at you, you could feel like, hey, you got the wrong guy. It wasn't me. I'm not the one that thinks that or did that or said that or, whatever. You could also be looking at something somebody's doing and going, you need to bolster that up. That's a weak link, or that's too shifty or shady or unstable. So there could be something going on in your life, either in your personal life or at work, where you're like, that needs to be strengthened, fortified, bolstered up. It's unstable. You could be looking at your kids that way, something your kids want to do. Like, that's unstable. That's not going to work. Or something in a business. Hey, that situation that you're creating over there, that display or that, business model or whatever, or that schedule, that's unstable. That treehouse you're building over there, kids, that's unstable. That skateboard ramp you're building, unstable. Like something, you're like, that's shaky, that's unstable. And you're like seeing it. You may look at it like, fix it, or you're going to be gone. Like you could really hurt yourself, or it's going to be a disaster, or it's not going to work out. You may see people looking at things in the wrong way. Like something needs to be fixed, something needs to be repaired. And you could feel like, why aren't they seeing it? They're looking at it the wrong way. You could feel that way about how your country is running, how your government is running. That could have to do with things in politics. I mean, I don't know. But you're looking at something you think is wrong, needs to be fixed. People need to realize it. Card you have with it, Aries also got this card, your fellow fire sign, the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups is ruminating, going within, overanalyzing, pulling at straws, worriment, worrying about the past, maybe pondering a decision you need to make. Some opportunity could come to you out of the blue. Or a solution, an opportunity, a blessing. You may feel like, I got to get moving on. I got to get moving on in something. You may feel like you've been in a situation where you're spinning your wheels. Could just be your life. Maybe feel like, I keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results, but yet here I am. Your life could feel stuck. It could be in a love relationship. It could be a career. It could be a job somewhere. It could be your living situation. You may feel like it's time to get moving on, and you're pondering it. It doesn't mean you've decided to do it yet. This is the let me think it over card. I feel like this will result in you coming to a conclusion of what to do and how to do it in May, either by the month of May or in the month of May. You may feel like it's almost like too many facts. You ever seen on TV when they show something where somebody's got like, and they show all these like letters and puzzles and words and music notes and all things going, rear. That's what I feel is happening to you. So, but you're going to decipher it. You're going to figure it all out. It's almost like you need to find your new niche, your new groove, like the new puzzle piece, like what clicks in for you, what, what works and what fits for you now. Like you need to find that click, that where the puzzle piece or the parts click together. You're not at that stage yet, not right now. You could be overthinking things too much and you could be overanalyzing right now, but you will get it sorted out. I do feel a hope, a goal, a wish, or a dream does come through for you. But again, I feel the strongest that you see the manifestation of it in May. So I hope those messages were of help to you and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Capricorn. Hi Capricorn. The first card you have in this reading is the Four of Rods. And this is a party, a celebration of some sort. It could be a wedding. You could be getting married. It could be about marriage. You could be attending a wedding, throwing a wedding, going to a celebration. It could also indicate a success, some kind of success coming to you in springtime. Some of you Capricorns are going to be building and moving into a dream home or moving into a dream space or, apartment, condo, townhome, house. And you're going to feel like you're better off for this move. It will jostle old memories for you of your childhood. So there could be, or other memories. If it's not childhood memories, it could be other memories of the past that this move could jostle those old feelings. It could be going back to where you used to live, even to a town or a place where you lived in the past. You could wake up one morning and find out like, I got it. Like if you were trying to bid on a property, you got it, you won the bid. Or you were trying to get a job and you wake up and find out, you get a text message or email, I got it, I got the job. Like getting a job or getting a place where you want to live also comes up here. If you have anybody like a realtor or something, or like a headhunter for jobs, working on your behalf, they could contact you and tell you, hey, I found the perfect place for you, or hey, I found the perfect job for you. You could really have a feeling where you crave some place that has scenery, nice scenery to look at. So you could be actualizing this goal. If you have a garden, you could be making a new start at your garden, like cleaning your garden out, raking things out, getting plants, like starting to plant, indoors. Maybe if you live in a cold climate, you could be starting your plants. If you have any job reviews, you could get a good job review or any kind of review. Like if you have a business that could get reviewed and a write-up in the paper, like anything like that, like a review of your work or anything like that could go very well for you now in the month of March. You have the King of Rods with it. The other sign that got King of Rods is Gemini. So that's a fire sign person, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, sun, moon, or rising sign person. A lot of people cards coming up this month, lots. And they're the hardest to read, so I'm warning you right up front. This could be somebody that you may have seen as a problem. They could have been a detriment to you in some way. They could be trying to like block you or take things away from you. This could be somebody in your life that you look at, Capricorn, like they've shut down emotionally. Or they could have had some kind of like other kind of shutdown, like mental shutdown or physical ailment kind of shutdown. This could be somebody that looks at you like, you've used up all your good graces with me, Capricorn. I don't have tolerance for what, or patience for what you're saying or doing. This could be a father or a parent or a boss. If you are in a relationship with the King of Rods, they may feel like they have taken on too much work, or that their job is too much work for them anymore, and they may want to retire or quit. This could be you if you have a sun, moon, or rising sign that is a fire sign. Because they could have like this could be taking a toll on them, energetically speaking or emotionally speaking. If you're part of a family business, this could be like the person who started it. Maybe you work there and this is the person that started it all, and now they're too overwhelmed by it. It's getting too much for them, and they may be thinking of quitting or retiring. That could come up for some of you Capricorns. And if you don't work at this family business, it could still be somebody that has a family business in your life and they're thinking like, this is too much for me anymore. So check your sun sign, rising sign, and moon sign, because when these court cards come up, they are not going to make sense to some of you who I'm giving the messages here, but some of you it will. So always good to check what other cards came up. I don't usually see this many people cards, but have been quite a bit in this reading all throughout, which is not common in the mid-months. Here and there usually, but it seemed like a lot this month. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Aquarius. Hi, Aquarius. The first card you have for this mid-month Psychic Tarot update for March is the Seven of Cups, which is scattered energy, scattered thinking, scattered emotions. Choose wisely from the illusions around you. You could have a lot on your plate. This could also indicate a dream come true. I do feel like you have a lot on your plate and you're trying to figure it out, like all these things you have to do and take care of in March. And it may be confusing to you because you could feel like, oh no, what do I choose first? Or what, you got to tackle things in what's most important. You may be looking at your life too, where you feel like I need to like reorganize my space or my life and reconstruct it or tackle things differently. It's like time to adjust your thinking, time to get your priorities straight and in order. You may start to look at your life and think, you know what? I've been too single-minded about one particular area or thing. And there could be other areas of your life that have suffered because of it or are in need of your focus and attention, that you haven't been directing it that way. There could also be a lot of things in your life where you feel, or a few things anyway, that you feel like there's loose ends of things that you need to tie up. Now, that could be with like doing your taxes. It could have to do with like home projects. Could even have to do with your health or bill paying, paying down debts, or, you know, other projects that are like you started, you didn't finish, you need to go back and either need to like just not do the project at all and get rid of it, or finish it, because I get like needing to finish projects, tying up loose ends. You've been too single-minded, looking at something else too strongly, or a particular area of your life, while some other area of your life has been like kind of fallen by the wayside, or kind of lacking, or your focus and energy has not been going to. You need to put your attention to some other things you haven't been focusing on. And now here the card you have with it is the Nine of Pentacles. This is a card that symbolizes being at peace and contentment with your life and having financial stability and abundance behind you. It can also indicate enjoying the finer things of life, like purchasing maybe luxury items or things like that. You really may want to make your place better, greener. You may want to plant more plants, plant grass seed, plant flowers. This could be things you want to maybe even do inside. If you don't have a garden or a yard, you may want to do that in your home, like getting more green, more plants. There's going to be some things that are going to pop up for you in March, Aquarius. You're going to see clear as a bell. If you have to have, you're going to read people really well. You're going to understand where people are coming from. You're going to understand their intentions. If you do any psychic work or psychic readings, you're going to read people really well in March and beyond, like in April. You may feel a lot of gratitude in March. You may feel very thankful, like you're thankful and blessed. You may want to have a new take on the environment where you live, or you may be looking to live in a new environment. So you could be looking to move, you could be house hunting. You could be also looking into ways to upgrade or improve the place that you already live. But this is going to take money, and either way, you have to have the finances to be able to support this and do it, which I feel some of you do have. You may be wanting to do some conscience clearing. You may want to talk to a psychic, an astrologer, or a counselor, a spiritual counselor, a therapist, anybody, or a dear friend that you totally trust. You may want to like unburden yourself and get some things off your conscience. Your memory is going to be fantastic, and some things that have evaded your memory from the past could come back to you very strongly now and be helpful and useful to you in what you want to do and create and work on in the month of March and beyond. Maybe you want to write a book or you want to do something, paint a picture or write a book or create something that has to do with your past and memories of your past. So your memory is going to be really good because you're going to be utilizing these memories in some way. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Pisces. Hi Pisces. The first card you have is Ace of Pentacles, which is the divine blessings of financial abundance coming to you. Could be a raise, could be an inheritance, could be a gift of cash. Sometimes this can indicate emotions. The other sign that got this was your fellow water sign of Cancer. So Cancer and Pisces both got Ace of Pentacles in mid-March. I feel that some of you Pisces are going to find a new way to make money. And you're going to channel your energies into some project or plan or idea that is a money-making, like a money-making generator. And you could have some money things that come at you very fast and kind of unexpectedly, a little bit like kapow, I didn't see that coming. You get a raise, bam. You get an inheritance, bam. You get a gift of cash, bam. You get a new job that pays you more money, bam. Something you created that you put out there to the world that you were like, well, I hope it's successful. I don't know, bam, it starts selling like crazy. That you have like surprise, it's good, surprise with money. You could really help somebody out. They could hire you to do some kind of work and they could pay you to do it. Maybe it's a neighbor. You know, maybe you're going to help a neighbor with something that has to be moved or something that needs to be dug out or, you know, some other way. And it could be a friend, it could be a relative, but it could be a neighbor or someone in need and of help, and you help them and bam, they give you money. Even though you're not looking for it or expecting it, you did it out of your own good will and faith and the goodness of your heart, and you could get some kind of financial blessing from that. You could be talking to your boss about getting more money. You could see an increase in your pay. You could have a wealth of opportunity coming up to you if you put your resume out there. If you like are bored with your job or you don't like your job or you're out of a job, and you get your resume out there or start doing that kind of activities in March, I feel like it's going to be lucky for you. Lucky for you. I feel like you're going to get the job, and I feel like it's going to be better for you. It's going to, you know, I feel it's going to pay you more money because it's a money card, but it could be better for you in other ways besides that. So Pisces, with that card, you also have a court card. I'm telling you, these came up like crazy. Kings and kings and queens and queens. And now we got a page here. You have Page of Rods. So Page of Rods is a fire sign person, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. It could be you if you have a rising sign or a moon sign or sun sign. That is a fire sign. Could be a child. Pages can be children. They can also be adults that are immature or young at heart. They could be a messenger, and it would be a messenger about work, business, or communications. Some of you are going to find out you got hired. Some of you are going to find out you got a raise. If you have any children that tried out for a part in a play, a musical, a movie, a club, a group, an organization, or applied to a school, they're going to get it. And they're going to tell you, I got in, I got accepted, I got the part, I got whatever it was they were trying to get. So it's good news. If you open a case, could be a court case, legal case, could be a case with a union or in a job, like some kind of like human resources case of some sort, I feel you're going to hear the results and it'll go in your favor. You could get some kind of opportunity to go on a trip, a vacation, or take some kind of do some kind of traveling. In March, you could hear from a friend or a relative or your love partner that says, hey, let's do this. And they could bring the suggestion to you. If it's not you and you have kids, or it could be a sibling, but I feel more like it would be a kids, one of your children, they could be doing it and letting you know. So this suggestion is coming at you, or news of trips, travels, and could come up about you being involved in it, or one of your kids is doing it. Finally getting to do something you always wanted to do could come up. If you wanted to go on some trip and you didn't have the funds to do it, somehow the funds could come to you. You have Ace of Pentacles and you finally have the funds to be able to do it, or something you wanted to buy, or something like, I feel like it's an activity. It really could be traveling for many of you, but it could be something else that you always wanted to do, or it was like on your bucket list, or it could have been a big goal. I feel like you're going to find out, like, I'm able to do it, or I'm going to do it. And you would have the finances to be able to, that could back it up and support it. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. As always, thank you so very much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And please like this video if you haven't yet, and share it with others, and subscribe to this channel. It really, really helps a lot when you do these things. It really makes the channel grow. It's like the algorithms need to get jostled around. You certainly comment a lot, and I do appreciate your comments, and I do try to answer as many of them as I can. That also helps this channel and helps to keep it going. And I do really, really appreciate it. And if you want to get any of the special video series I record for my Vimeo on-demand channel, those links are down below in the description box in the Show More section. They're also on my website at theluckymermaid.com on the videos page. The videos that you may want to consider getting, I've talked about them earlier at the beginning of the video. My What's Lucky and New for You in 2025. I like to do that, and when we got the old St. Patrick's Day March time frame, because that can bring in luck. So the What's Lucky and New for You in 2025 psychic tarot and oracle card readings are available. Also, my eclipse effects from the full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo, March 14th, 2024, psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card readings are available. My new moon solar eclipse in Aries, March 29th, 2025, those psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card readings for each sign of the zodiac are also available. My psychic crystal readings for this month of March 2025, they're an expansion of the tarot readings I do at the beginning of the month. They are also available. My financial psychic tarot readings for 2025, and my big love readings for 2025 for singles and couples. Also, my New Year 2025 10-card Celtic Cross psychic tarot readings are available, and my psychic crystal readings for the new year of 2025 are also available. There's more videos down below too. Horseshoe tarot spreads, angel tarot readings. Like, you could watch videos of mine till eternity probably, because I'm always recording them. But I do hope they're helpful to you. And whenever you purchase these videos, you do help support this channel, and hopefully you get insightful messages and predictions that are useful to you. I do truly hope they are, because I do put a lot of time and energy into these recordings. So I hope you have an absolutely awesome rest of the month of March, all the signs of the zodiac. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.